Another raise of the hand from Joe, and they quieted down. "Look," he said, again draping himself over the lectern. "Let's be real, all right? The protesters, the tree huggers, the Volvo drivers, they're upset about a power plant in Russia that couldn't even be designed over here. It's so freaking dangerous. So just because the Russians don't know how to do something well, does that mean we have to pay the price for it? No, it doesn't. Let me tell you, when push comes to shove, when it comes to choosing between some 60s leftovers and good jobs for all of you, I know what's going to be done. We're not going to let some tree huggers stand between us and good jobs. Whatever it takes, my friends, whatever it takes. My brothers and sisters, we cannot—" Near the front of the row of seats, two young men and an older woman suddenly stepped up, and from underneath one young man's jacket, they quickly unfurled a banner that read, "No nukes, no Falconer 2, and they started chanting the same words painted on the piece of cloth. The reaction was immediate. The television cameras swiveled as one to take in the breaking news, and Paula raised her camera, snapped off a couple of shots, and then the booing and yelling started. Some men got up and tore down the banner. Chairs were overturned, more yelling, and two uniformed Falconer cops waded into the fracas. And there were more shouts and screams, and I grabbed Paula's arm and said, "Let's get out of here." She shook off my grasp. "In a second. I want to get another shot." She climbed up on the wooden platform where the television cameras were placed and brought the camera up to her face. My skin tingled. I didn't want to be here, not at all. And on the opposite side of the room, Felix Tenios walked over, took Joe Manzi by the elbow, and then Joe left, joined by the others. A chair was thrown, and then Paula got off and came to me grinning. "Got a great shot. Somebody getting punched out." "That's sweet," I said. "Looks like Joe has left the building. Can we leave now?" Outside there were sirens, and inside more shouts and a scrum of bodies up where the protesters had stood up to make their stand. And Paula said, "All right, we can leave now." When we stepped out, the air was cold and sharp, and Paula said, "One of these days, Louis, you'll get the bones of a journalist, wanting to leave just when the story got interesting." I said, "Only bones I'm interested in are mine and yours, and keeping them in one piece. Let's go see what the other side's press conference has to offer." And Paula laughed and slipped her arm into mine as we walked over to my Ford Explorer. That was one of the last times I was to see the Paula Quinn I knew and had once loved.